Hi everybody, this is Mohammed from JSSTACK. Let's move to build Windows 11 UI clone. Let's take a demo. Now my friends, we have this live wallpaper and a taskbar with this beautiful effects. Okay, cool. In this taskbar, we have a real-time clock and start menu. And my friends, click on this start menu button. We have a real-time live start menu. Okay, in this start menu we have a search, pinned item and recommended item. Okay, hover on their beautiful effects. So cool, that's so good. Everything is built with style components, which is a compiled version of HTML CSS in the JavaScript. Okay, that's great. So let's get started to build this Windows 11 UI. Okay, and my friends, I already set up a boilerplate for that project. Okay, it takes a lot of time, so they're not installing in that video. If you don't know how you can install this React app for our projects, how you can set up your environment in your local system, I provide a link in description. You can find from there. Okay, I separately created a video to create. Now in the source folder I have a components folder. In this components folder I have two more folder, API and images. This images provide you by a link in description. You can download from there. Okay, great. And now in this API folder I have api.js. okay, actually guys, in there we have everything is a single component. In the taskbar this is a single component, also this is a single component. However, this clock is also a component. Okay, if I open the start menu, clear from there, and again this search is also a component. This pinned items, this recommended items, and this is a component. So therefore I decide to create an array of objects just like as a real-time API. Okay, menu items, pinned items, recommended icons and status icons. Look at there, I just built array of objects. Okay, that's so cool. I provide you this in description with that images. Okay, great. Now let's move back to components folder. Add a one more file called desktop.js. Add a boilerplate and display a message wallpaper. Okay, maybe I write the spelling wrong again. Wallpaper. Let's go. In the app.js I am calling their desktop. Great, it's imported automatically. Guys, if it's not imported in your project, go to extension. You must be installed this extension. Okay, this extension is provide you intelligence just like as RFCE. Okay, that's great. If you want to add this theme in your project for VS Code, must be installed OneDark Pro. Okay, and also a prettier code formatter. Okay, so good. Let's go. Now in the app.js I call desktop. If I go back I should have a message wallpaper. That's it. Okay, in the desktop.js, now guys, in your product add a dependency called style component. Move to your product, cd Windows UI. Okay, CLS there, and yarn add style components. Okay, it's adding. You can also install them with npm package, but I have usually used yarn, so I built from the yarn. Okay, great. Now there add a component called background. In this component I have a video tag. Okay, video. Great. In this video we have a source and it's a single closing tag. Add a source in there with object. Okay guys, if I go back there, look at there, now we have, this is a background, then we have a video. This animatable component is a video. Okay, that's so cool. And let's move back there. Okay, add a source. I want to check source of that video. It's a video properties, it's webm. Okay, the extension of that video is webm. Go back from there, import video from /img/video.webm. okay, great. Add a selector in there and go back to okay, we have an error, background is not defined, const background style dot as a main because it's background. Okay, now import these style components, import style from style components, go back, and it's compiled successfully. Okay, it's our actual project. Video is added but not displaying. Why it's not displaying? Yeah, and guys, in the autoplay should be true. Okay, loop I set false. You can also add true, but I set false. Muted must be true. Okay, placed in line also true. So go back and video should be displaying. We need to hard refresh. Yes, video is displaying, look at there. Okay, great. In the background we need to just style this main. Okay, add a background, add a URL. Okay, import background from /img/. if I again go back to Explorer, we have this background. We have two background. You can either use this one and this one, but I use in their light. Okay, great. Select this name and this is a JPG. Import this selector background in there with template literals. Okay, go back and background is applied, but we need to add some CSS in there. Background position center, background size cover, background repeat, add a minimum height there, 100 VH. Okay, now in the background we have a video tag, so I am styling the video. Select this video tag. We are using in the style component source. Okay, we are working on source. Okay, great. Width 100%. Okay, height of that video auto, object fit cover. Okay, go back and there we have a video. Refresh, it's animating. If I set loop true, okay, it's animate again and again after seconds. Okay, cut there, hard refresh, and it's animating. Maybe it takes some time. Yes, it's animating. Okay, it's therefore I set loop false. Okay, if guys I show you something cool thing, when I click that, it is selecting. I can select this video, I can show controls. So to avoid from there, I add in the video pointer events none. Okay, so it's worked like as a component after adding pointer events. Okay, great. Now guys, look at the, we just completed our video component. That's so good, that's so good. Taskbar component, go back, add a file, taskbar.js rfce, and there I have taskbar. Great. Now in app.js, call this taskbar. Okay, go back, and yes, taskbar is displaying. Now in the taskbar JS, first we have a component wrap. In this wrap component, I have a menu button. Okay, and just after this menu button, if I go back there, look at, first we have this menu button, then I have a this snap, it's a single component, and this is also a single component. Okay, till, and this clock is a component. So we have four components: menu button, okay, menu icon, status icon, and clock. Therefore, add a files in the components, add a folder task bar. In there, in the taskbar, add a file menu icons .js. Okay, add one more file status icons.js and clock.js. Okay, boilerplates, this is clock. Okay, in the menu icons, add also a boilerplate menu icon. The status icons, add a boilerplate, this is status icon. Okay, in the taskbar, I am calling all the component. First I have a menu icon, then I have task status icons, then I have my clock component. Okay, go back, and okay, it says wrap is not defined. Yes, cause I have this wrap, I am style dot this wrap as a section because it's a whole container of every single component. Then this menu button, okay, style dot as a div, and save the changes, compile successfully, go back in there, refresh, and we have a message menu icons, status, and clock. Great. Now first define this menu button. Okay, in there I have a bunch type button. Okay, now in this button, add a image tag, add a source, it's an object, add alternative tag start/icon. Okay, now add a source start icon. Okay, now import this start icon from /images. Okay, Windows icon, then I have this start icon .png. Go back in the, oh boom, we have our icon. Okay, that's so good. Now I style this menu button, go back there, and if I put side by side, okay, out and cut. Great. Now menu button is active. In there we have a button and image. First define the structure what we have. Button, in there we have image, and on that button I want an hover set. Okay, great, it's done. Okay, now to this image add a width 1.5 or add a height 1.5, object with content. Okay, it is set up. Add a filter drop shadow 0.5 rm and 1 rm RGBA, it's black. Okay, 0.3. now transition, in there all 500 ms cubic, which will be quadratic, 0.50 seconds. Okay, and also position should be relative. Great. Now add outline none to this button. border 1 pixel solid transparent. Okay, great. Background transparent. Okay, padding 0.55 rm. Okay, the margin 0 and 0.50 rm. Okay, good, so good. And also add in there opacity 1, z index 2000. But first go back to desktop JS. First add position relative to there. Okay, opacity 1, z index 1500. We are overriding this taskbar on desktop, so I add position and opacity and z index. Okay, now let's move to wrap. Wrap is actually the main div of this taskbar. Okay, so this section and position absolute left 0, right 0 and bottom 0. Its height. Okay, add opacity 1, z index I'm adding to there 2000. It's rounded. Okay, great. Add this background, back filter and box shadow. Okay, save. Great. Now add hover effects on this button. First add a background color which will be white RGBA and its background color, not background color. Okay, 2525 and 0.3. Add a backdrop filter 1 rem blur. Okay, box shadow I am adding there white 0.1 rm and 0.5 rm RGBA, and this box shadow is going to be white 0.1. Okay, maybe it should be hovered. Oh, it's hovering. Okay, and it is not in center position. When I hover, look at it, not in center position. Yes, add a flex box in the button. Align items center, justify content center. Okay, the button is in center. Great. And margin this, padding this. Yes, it is in center. Now our taskbar menu button is set up. Let's move to menu icons, and this menu icons we have first a nav icons div. In there we have our button, then we have our image tag. Add a source to this button alternative, which is menu/icon. Okay, type also button. Great. And define this nav icons as a style component div. Great. Okay, it's saying that compiling source is not added yet. Okay, because if I copy paste sometimes, great, so it's a repetition of code. To avoid this repetition, I set a loop. Okay, go to api.js. In there I already told you before, I set every icons and array of objects. Okay, so I defined this array of objects in there. The path of these icons is this. Okay, and go back to menu icons. If I go there, it's icon menu API. In there we have icon source. Okay, great. Now go to menu icons. I am rendering the menu icons API and saying that if menu icons API existed, then map, otherwise display some errors. Okay, great. This map function will take two parameters, value and index. because we have the array. This is value and this array auto generated at index. Okay, so we are mapping the index also. Now this map function as well returning something, it's giving me promise. Okay, to avoid return keyword I am using parentheses. Okay, now paste this in there, and this is called loop. This setup is called loop. Map this value in there, value dot m icon. Okay, map, it's called menu icon. Copy this source from there and paste. Add a key to this button which will be index. Okay, and now it says me menu icon is not defined. Okay, yet we need not define menu icon. Import icon menu API from api.js. Save. It should be render all the icons. Okay, yes, it's crazy. That's crazy icon, so good. It's looking so cool, guys. Okay, and we already defined the button image in the previous menu button. Go to taskbar.js, copy all this from there. Guys, you can also define globally, but due to some changes I define in every single component. Okay, in every single component I define you these changes later. Okay, great. Look at there, guys, our menu icon is just set up. We did in every single moment. Okay, now go to status icon. Okay, first copy this everything from there, go to status icon, replace there, and also copy this style and paste in there. It's same. Okay, because my status icon is also just like as it is. Okay, great. And it's saying me the status icon is not defined. Go back and we have status icon API. Okay, now first define this status icon API. Import API from /API /API.js with import style from style components. Okay, style from style components, then status icon. Okay, map the value of this. It's maybe st icon. Yes, status icon st icon. Great, it should be rendered. Oh my goodness, what is that? Our status icon is just rendered. Okay, now let's move to build this clock.js component. Okay, first import useState hook and useState from React. Okay, add a useState in there. First useState hook called time state. Okay, and initial state of this useState will be blank. Add a one more state called date state. Okay, date state. Initial state will also blank. Okay, great. Add a use effect. In this use effect, I am setting an interval. Okay, I want whenever it's refreshed, the clock will render after some interval called 1 second. Okay, and use effects will tell your DOM make some changing after every flushing. Okay, great. Now in there I set a constructor timestamp. Okay, you can say that it's a method function. Okay, so I am defining their new keyword. This new keyword is the new instance of this object. This timestamp is an object. You can say that it's a temp variable. Okay, in this timestamp temp variable I set a function called date. Okay, and now in there we have set time state. I am defining this state in which I define this timestamp. I say that timestamp dot to local time string. Okay, wait. When use effect will run, you should render this time string. Okay, and this terminate just after there. Remove this dependency array input from there because we have no input in there. Okay, great. Now in there I say that Windows clock, it's a component. Okay, in this Windows clock component I have two divs. Okay, in the first div I set time state. Okay, great. Let's move back to our project, refresh, and say that Windows clock is not defined. Okay, cause Windows clock style dot as a div, and okay, I try spelling wrong. Wait, refresh, and oh my goodness, look at there, our clock is rendered. Just a moment. That's so good. That's so good. Now again, move back in there, copy this use effect. I want when use effect run, the date should be rendered. Okay, similarly we have a set date state. In there set date state, it's a date stamp. Okay, add this stamp variable in there. Again I am calling the new instance of this method function. Okay, so change into a date string, not a local time string. Okay, wait, and render this date state in there. Date should be rendered after a second. Oh, let's go guys, we just build our clock component. Now style this component, display flags of this Windows clock, align item center, justify content center. Okay, and flex direction. Guys, in this div I adding a font size 0.85 RAM, display flex, line item center. Okay, good, that's so good. Let's move to Taskbar.js, and in the actual web div, okay, section, not div, in this section I adding a flex box, display flex, line item center, justify content center, flex direction row. Beautiful, it looks too much beautiful. Okay, now in the menu button just add display flex, line item center. Okay, great. And let's move to the menu icons. In there I adding again a flex box. Look at that, this looks too much beautiful. Okay, in the status icon also add a flex box. Look, it's so good guys, that's so good guys. This icon is looking too much bigger. Okay, and decrease some width and height of these icons, 0.9 RAM and 1 RAM width. Save, it looks so good. Okay, what we want, if I annotate, I want these icons in the left in there. Okay, and these icons in center. So how we can do that? The question is in there. Okay, guys, move to Taskbar.js. In the flexbox's menu button I add some width 100%. Okay, it's pushing everything left. Okay, great. And justify content flex and flex direction row. Look at there, beautiful, but I want in there, not in there. So in the menu icons I also add a width 100%. Okay, it's pushing back, but this time justify content flex dot. Okay, great. And maybe the width in there is too much. Oh yes, it's 100%. it should be 80%. Oh, that's so good, guys. That's so good. Oh, it's cool. That let's go. We built our component. Okay, great. But what is that? The clock component is not actual style. Okay, go to clock component, and in the Windows clock, if I also add with 15 VW, got the, oh, that's so good, guys. That's so good. Okay, but I want some margin in there. Okay, in this div, margin point 3VH from top and bottom, and oh, that's so good, guys. That's so good. Let's go. Let's go. Look at there. It's too much beautiful, guys. Our taskbar is yet completed. Okay, let's move to build this start menu. Look at there. It's so cool. Okay, if I annotate this start menu, and look, first we have this menu theme. Okay, and in there we have a container. Okay, this, in this container we have this search form, then we have this pinned item, and then we have this recommend icon. Okay, great. So every single item is a div, it's a components. Okay, every single item here are component. So let's move back to VS Code and build this amazing UI. Okay, go back in the taskbar JS. Okay, just after this web component, if I launch VS Code, just after this task web component, okay, in this taskbar I have a start menu component. Okay, in this start menu component I added a menu theme, or you can say that menu content. It depends on you what you set the name of your file. Okay, save. Now in the components, add a folder, start menu. Okay, in this folder I have a file menu theme.js RFC, and defined a boilerplate of menu theme, and I displaying a message. Let's go, guys. Okay, beautiful. Now define this start menu at their bottom. Okay, start menu style dot as a main. Beautiful. Go back. Oh, we have a message, menu theme is not defined. Okay, we need to import this menu theme at the top of our fatal function, menu theme from menu.js. Beautiful. And if I go, oh, it's look beautiful. We have a message at the bottom, menu theme. That's good. Okay, we define our component. Okay, now I am going to styling this menu theme in there. Okay, in this menu theme, first we have a component. If say that theme. Okay, because it's a div, I just say that theme. In this theme we have container. Okay, in this container we have form. Okay, form, and it's form not from. We have pinned items, then we have recommended, okay, icons. Okay, and then we have our admin. Okay, beautiful. With cons theme style dot as a div. Okay, and also cons container style dot as a div. In this container I am adding a width 91%. Okay, margin of this container 0 and auto. To this theme add a width 47 VW. Okay, add height will be auto, and if I set temporary height 75vh, okay, it's temporary. I comment down temporary. Okay, I commented here temporary. This is temporary height. Yes. Okay, great. Now the index in there 2000 because we have 1500 in the desktop. Opacity 1. Okay, add a background color white, and this background color 2525. Okay, opacity of background color 65. Okay, yes, 65. Now add a backdrop filter blur effect in there. Backdrop filter, yes, backdrop filter blur in there. I want 0.7 rem. Okay, add a book shadow 0.1 rem. Okay, and 4 rem RGBA, which is 0.03. beautiful. And it's not CH, it's 0.1 rem. Save, and also add a border radius which is 0.345 rem. Now maybe IntelliSense is not working, so therefore I have issues. And to this transition I adding all 250 ms. Okay, and it is in out, so I set their quadratic function just like as, yes, this is an out 0.2. okay, and 0 seconds. Great. We have our this component. Okay, so add position to this component to make just like as it is. So cool, guys, it's so cool. Okay, beautiful. Now go to taskbar in the start menu, main, add position absolute. Okay, if I set position absolute, looks there is no happening there. Okay, cool. And left should be 0, right? Okay, we want on left position, in center, yes, don't write right position, just add a bottom 0. It should be in the top. Okay, great. Opacity 1, the index 2000. It should be red. Oh yes, it's rather beautiful, guys, so cool. Okay, great. Look at side height. Okay, beautiful. Now in there I adding also a transition all 250 ms cubic buzzer, which is linear 0 seconds. Great. Okay, from left I set 26 VW. okay, cut there, it's pushing left. And from bottom I set 6 VH, maybe. Oh, that's so good, guys, look at it, that's so good. Our menu component is just built. Oh, that's so good. So in there, guys, in this component we are defining our form, pinned item, recommended item. Oh, that's so good. Okay, great. So let's move back to the menu theme.js. okay, in the menu start menu folder I have a one more folder called, I just saying their content, you can say the utils. Okay, utils, beautiful. In this folder I add a form.js. okay, add a boilerplate. In the form.js I type their form. Okay, beautiful. And in utils again add a one more file, admin.js. so rfc, this is admin. Okay, beautiful. And again in the utils, add a one more file which is pinned items.js. Okay, RFCE, and this is pinned item. Okay, great, cool, let's go, beautiful. And just after pinned item we have a recommend icon. Okay, just recommend.js. Okay, recommend item.js, RFCE, and this is recommend items. Beautiful, let's go. Yes, where is my emojis? Okay, it's not cool, don't worry, I said again. Okay, cool. And go to the menu theme, render all these components one by one there. First we have form.js from utils. Okay, just after that we have our pinned item. Okay, and just after that we have our recommend item. Okay, and then we have admin, and this admin is just after this container. Okay, cool, that's so good, beautiful. Okay, let's go. We have our items. Now I am comment first this admin. Okay, comment out this admin and also comment these two items. First build this form.js. Okay, move to form.js. In there I have a form component. It's search form, so it ideas form search. Okay, because we cannot write this form exact there, otherwise we have error. Okay, great. In this form we have a input. Okay, of this input type search. I added type search. Name to this input search. Okay, placeholder, just right there, type here to search. Okay, beautiful. And autocomplete I set off. Area label, maybe we need to add area label. Windows search form. Okay, that's good. Cons form search style as a div. Okay, it's a form, so I styling as a form. Okay, now save, and it should be rendered. Oh, that's we have our form. Look at there, guys, that's so cool. Okay, now if I place this VS code just like as it is in the bottom. Okay, there you look at the top, all these changes. Okay, beautiful. First of all, to this form I set display inline plot. Okay, margin top 3vh, margin bottom also 3vh. Okay, and width 100%. Okay, there it's set up. Okay, in this form I have input. Okay, to this input first set width 100%. That's very important. Oh, that's so good. Just a opacity one. Okay, great. Outline none. I don't want border, so border will also none. Okay, background color will be white RGBA. It should be 252525 and 0.1. Too much little background. Okay, backdrop filter, guys, it's very important property in the CSS3 in style components. Okay, backdrop filter 0.1 rem. Similarly, add box shadow 0.1 rem. Okay, it's too much little box shadow. And 0.1. Okay, maybe it's added, not ch yet. And border bottom, yes, add a border bottom 0.15 rem solid. This is maybe it's some lightest blue color. Maybe it's right. And I say that, look, it's so cool, guys. Look at there, our search bar is just completed. And add some padding. Okay, add padding to this search bar will be 0.65 from top and bottom, and 1 rem from left and right. Okay, again it's here. What is that, guys? Oh, that's so good. Okay, great. And maybe we need to add a border radius in there, which is 0.245 rem. Oh, again it's yes. Oh, that's so good, guys. We completed our search bar. We just completed. Look at there, guys. It's just like as it is. Oh, let's go. Okay, if you want to add font size to this search bar, I set a font size 0.895 rem. Okay, yes, it's too much bigger, and just 8.5. Okay, great. And add a color, this lightest color 009f. Maybe it looks too much. Oh, let's go. That's so cool, guys. That's so cool. Great. Now we just built our this component. Okay, great. And go to pinned item. Yes, in this pinned item we are building this component, so I comment out this pin item, call their pin item. Okay, great. Pinned item is displaying. Guys, in this pin item I set first title. Okay, in this title I have a word model. Okay, in which we have h4 tag. Okay, and call their pinned. Okay, and add a button to this, which will be all apps. Okay, and right there type will be button. Okay, in this button I have a sign. In this span tag I just writing this code of tags icon. This is HTML unique code. Okay, and it will be 8250. Okay, wait, it's and hash 82 and 50 terminate. It should be added. Okay, title is now defined. Const title style dot as a div, it's defined. Yes, it is. Oh, icon is added. Look at there, guys. This icon is added. That's so good. Okay, now style this title. In this title I have a div. Okay, I have a button, and before this button we have h4 tag. Okay, great. I want to add a font weight to this h4 tag, which is 500. Okay, add a color which is black. Okay, add align height which is 1.08. Okay, and also add a letter spacing 0.5 pixel. Okay, that's good. It looks so cool, beautiful. To this button I adding outline none, border none. Okay, and also add this background color, box shadow and blur effect to this button. It looks so good, guys. That's good. Add padding 0.5 and 0.7 or 8. Oh, what is that? Look at there, guys. VS Code Intelligence is working but not properly. Okay, I just set up later, don't worry. Okay, after adding this padding, add a border radius just 2 for REM, and again it's same problem. Okay, don't worry. And now just decrease some box shadow, which is 2. Yes, so beautiful. Okay, and our title is just completed. Add a flexbox in this div. Okay, in this wrap div, display will be flex, line item center, justify content space between. Good, so good. And to this title, if I added padding from left and right to RM, oh, that's so good. We completed our pin title. Okay, after this pin title, if I annotate there, look, there we have these items. Okay, so it's a whole div, it's a wrap. In this wrap we have this nav, then we have this nav, then this nav. Okay, in every single component nav we have image and app's name called caption. That's good. So let's move back to build this component. Okay, in there add a wrap component. If I load screen, in this wrap component we have nav. Okay, then add div. You can also add there a button, but I would go with div. Okay, in this div I adding a image tag for apps icon. Okay, and then I am adding a p tag. So it's good, guys. Our wrap components is completed. Define this wrap in their style dot as a div. Okay, if I cross here, so it's not changes because we did not add data in there. Okay, great, guys. What we are going to do, we are going to look up this. No, okay, we are again mapping there an API. Okay, which API? Which we added in the API.js pinned API. Okay, so I define pin API 1, pin API 2, pin API 3 because it's 3 components. Okay, it's 3 components, so I define pin API 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Go there. First map this API 1. Okay, and go pin item to this first nav. I am mapping this API 1. How? Okay, so pin API 1 and pin API 1 dot map. You already know that it takes 2 parameter, value and index. It's always returning me promise. Okay, so I am using the return keyword, return, and this time beautiful. Okay, I show you a one more method to avoid this return keyword. You can go with just simple parentheses. Okay, you can go with simple parentheses. Okay guys, you can go with parentheses. It's same. Then we have no errors. Okay, wait. Now in this div add index of every single item. Okay, then in this image map the value of this icon. Okay, so it's pin icon. Add alternative tag in this pin slash icon. Okay, and value dot text app's name. Beautiful. If I goes back there, look, we have our pinned item image, pinned item app's name. It's so crazy, guys. That's good. go back there, define style this ones. Okay, in the relative I have nav. In this nav I have one more div. Okay, in this div I have image. Just after this image we have p tag. Okay, beautiful. Maybe I just set up this VS code there to show you changes. Okay, to this image I set width 2.3 rem. Okay, height 2.3 rem. Object with contain. Okay, filter drop shadow. You already know that we set 0.1 rem. Okay, and RGBA, it's very too much little, 0.1 rem. Look, pin item is just set up. Oh, good. And okay, if I first set this p tag at font size 0.85 rem, font weight will be 400, margin top 1 VH. Okay, great. We set up our p tag. Okay, great. And if inside this, first if I define the flex box to this nav, display flex, line item centered, justify content space between, flex selection row. Pin item is just a line, but look at there, we need to add a flex box inside this div. Okay, inside this div for every single item, display flex line item centered. Look, it's just in centered. Okay, flex selection column. Look at it, it's so good. And also justify content center. Then our component completed. But when I hover on there, I want a hover state on there. Okay, so if I hover on there, I set hover state background, which is RGBA and 252525 0.5, and its color not background, otherwise it's not applied. Okay, and filter brightness, this time I set brightness 1. In there add a box shadow 0.1 rem, 0.5 rem, RGB a black. Oh, it's white too. Okay, and it's 1 rem, not CS. On hover I want outline none, also border none. Okay, great. When I hover, look, it's not giving me too much beautiful UI. Okay, so therefore add a width and height to this div. Okay, in this div add a width and height. There, width I'm going to set 5.5 rem. Also set a height 5.5 rem. Okay, look, oh, it's so good. And also add a margin top and bottom 0.1, we add left and right 0. Okay, great, beautiful. And also add transition, which is all 250 ms cubic linear 0 seconds. Okay, this function shows cubic linear. Okay, great. When I hover, looks, that's so good. Maybe if I write quadratic function, just 0. This one, look at there. When I hover, oh, that's so cool, guys, that's so cool. Okay, add a padding to this wrap. Okay, just add a padding from left and right in there. Go, padding will be 0 and 2 rem. Oh, that's good. And also add a margin from top 1 vh, right 0, bottom 3 vh, and left 0. Wait, look, it's so cool, guys. That's so beautiful. Okay, that's good. Now what I'm going to do, if I load screen, I just copied and paste 2 times. Look, we have 3 nests. I just changing the API. Okay, and this pin API is 2. Okay, 2, and this pin API is 3. Okay, and we need to, okay, it is imported automatically. Look at there, pin API 2, 3, API 1 imported, and value already mapped, index already set. When I move back, oh, that's so good, guys. We just completed our component. How is cool that, guys? How it's cool that? Okay, that's so good. But I go to console when we have no errors. Oh, that's good, guys. That's so good. We have no errors. Okay, great. Now move to recommended items. First, move to menu theme, comment out from there, just call component which we define recommended item. Okay, guys, recommended item is very similar to this. If I show you, look at there, just we need to increase the height of a single component, sorry, width of this single component. Okay, that's good. So clear from there, copy all the data of pin item from there and paste into recommend items. Okay, there. Now if I change the names of function which is recommend item, remove this from there, and it's also there, recommend item. If I moves back, look what's happened. Okay, we have all this data. Okay, it's giving me overflow. Go to menu theme. I just set you temporary height of this, so I am going to add auto. Yes, cool, that's cool. I set auto. Okay, in there, first change the title which is recommended. Okay, good. Save, and title is changed. Look at there. Okay, good. And if I go to api.js, look, we have recommended API 1, recommended API 2, recommended API 3. So I am mapping these APIs instead of these pin APIs. Okay, similarly I map recommended API 1. Okay, paste here, and also recommended API 2. Okay, great. And similarly we have recommended API 3, and that's so good, guys. Look, images is not displaying. If yes, we have added due this or icon. Okay, actually I said the source of that image is our icon. Okay, and instead of this p icon I set recommended icon, value the recommended icon in everywhere, and just change recommended. Okay, alternative, just recommended icons. Oh, that's good. Look at it, guys. So cool, so cool. Just increase the width of that div. Okay, I set 15 rem and height 3 rem. Okay, it's too much. Cool. And if I set justify content flex start, flex direction row, and oh, that's good, that's so good. I want no background color, so I write transparent and add a border bottom 1 pixel solid black. Okay, good. Oh, that's so good. And to this p tag, increase font size 0.9, add margin left 1 rem. Oh, that's so good. We completed our recommended items. Okay, let's go. Now let's move to build this admin component. Okay, and in the menu theme, just after this container, guys, look at it. It's our container. This is our container. After this container, we have our admin component. Okay, that's great. So let's, after this container, call this admin. Come on, admin. Oh, let's go. We have already. Let's go, admin. Okay, guys, in this admin, first we have wrap. Okay, in this wrap, I have a one more div called avatar. Okay, just after this avatar, I have a button. Okay, great. So if I go back there, look at, we have this wrap, and then we have this avatar caption and this power button. Okay, good. And maybe if I write there power button, so sense is work properly, power button, good. In the avatar we have image, and in the power button we have also image. Add a source to power button, which is power button. Okay, and alternative also button slash image. Okay, in this avatar I set admin, and this is admin image. Add alternative admin slash image. Okay, good. Just after admin name, which is Hamad Ahmed. Let's go. Okay, great. And in this I am importing admin image from dot/img slash windows icon, and then admin.jpg. Now again import this power button from dot/images. Okay, we have added. Look at there, guys. When I write power button, it's describing me you are using this power button, so we need to define selector different. I just write button in there, add button. Okay, now IntelliSense is worked properly. It's not giving me errors. dot/img slash windows icon, and now there we have power button dot svg. If I show you there, oh, we have some errors. Okay, cons wrap style as div. Okay, cons power button style dot as div, cons and avatar style dot as div. Okay, good. Refresh. Hardly and oh, it's rendered. Great. Now we define this wrap later, and first to this power button, in there we have image. Okay, the index 2000, opacity 1, width 1.5 rem, height 1.5 rem, object fit contain. Okay, and filter drop shadow 0.1 rem and 0.1 rem RGBA 0.2. Yes. Okay, good. It's so cool, guys, so cool. And in this avatar I set to this image tag with 2.5 rem, height 2.5 rem, object fit cover, border radius 50%. Look, it's so cool, guys. Look at it, it's so cool. Great. And to this image also opacity 1, weight, and to this p tag I set font size 1.2 rem. Okay, font weight 400 and margin left to be there. Okay, 1 rem. Okay, in this avatar div, display flex, line item center, justify content center, and flex. Okay, justify center. Oh, good. Maybe it's flex start. Yes, it is flex start, and flex selection row. Oh, that's so good. Now let's move to wrap component. In this wrap component, first define a flex box. Okay, flex selection row and justify content space between. It's style. Let's go. Now add a padding from top to VS, left and bottom 3 rem. That's good. Okay, opacity 1, the index 2000, border radius I'm going set 0, 0 and 0.345 rem. Okay, 0.345 rem. Guys, it's border right, it's border left. Oh, look, it's just set up. Okay, that's so good. And background color is white, RGBA 252525 0.3. Okay, backdrop filter blur I set 0 rem. Okay, and box shadow must be applied. Box shadow 0. Okay, and minus 0.1 rem, 0.5 rem, RGBA and 0.1. Oh, that's so cool, guys. Look at it. We just completed our start menu. Oh my goodness, what is that? Oh, so good, so good. Look at there, guys. Add a transform, guys. In this button, add a transform. When I hover in there, add a transform. Okay, so when I hover in that image, transform scale should be 1.2. Okay, good. Oh, so good. And add transitions, all 500 ms cubic. It should be quadratic. and 0 seconds. Oh, so good guys, that's so good. And also add same transition to their admin. Okay, add this transform scale to this admin. Look at it guys. Oh, that's so good, so good. Okay, let's go. We just build our menu, start menu components. Now we are going to pushing up this from there, up and down functionality by using use set hook. And move back to taskbar.js. Taskbar.js. Okay, add a use set hook from React in there. If I write import just I want use state hook. Okay, not use effect, just use it. Okay, great. In there define use state hook, and this state is called menu state. Initial state I set false. Why I set initial state false? If I move big, look at there guys. So we open this website. Okay, we open this window. Initial state of this start menu is none. It is false. Okay, when I click that, then state is updated to true. Okay, again when I click that, state is updated to true. So this is the working of use set hook in there. Let's move back. Add a muted function in there. Is start menu open. Okay, that's so good. I define very much. Okay, and it's a fat arrow function inline muted function. Okay, I am called that set menu state and menu state. Okay, great. First I set initial state false, and then I set updated state true. That's good. That's really good. Okay. Now, is start menu open? Okay. So on click event, when fired on this button, on click, this function will be called. Okay, great. And the start menu should be so if menu active. Okay, and I am passing this menu state. Guys, this logic is so simple. I define a use set hook, initial state false. Okay, but when I want to open this menu, I set the states true. Okay, and I want to show my menu, so I set this menu state if menu active. Now I am using this probe in the CSS there in start menu component. I say there first to this opacity dollar event. I am calling there an event. Okay, this event is callback. Event dot is if menu active. Okay, I am adding some validations just like as. Okay, look, if menu active, then I want opacity 1, otherwise opacity should be 0. That's so simple guys. There is so simple logic. Okay, great. And visibility, again I am called back there an event. Okay, event dot if menu active. Similarly, if menu active, I want this visible, otherwise I want hidden. Okay, great, that's so good. And if you want to add this up and down animation, therefore I added this transform. Okay, transform position, transform, where is transform? Transform, and this is again and callback event dot if menu active. I set, okay, if menu active, I want to set translate y to 0%, means to say that 0. Okay, and if menu is not active, I want translate y will be 100%. Okay, that's so good. Maybe spelling is not wrong. Translate y, yes, translate. Okay, great. And let's save changes, move back into our actual project. There, guys, look, it's a time to let's go. Oh, we have overflow. It means that our component is working. Okay, we just manage later. When I click that, oh, it's open. That's so good. That's so good. But there is, however, but when it's open, it's down. We have overflow. So what is this? And okay, first set transition 500 ms, and in there, if I set to this desktop menu, where is desktop menu? To this desktop menu, overflow hidden. Okay, and also go to app.css. There, to this body, I want overflow hidden. Okay, let's go, guys, look at there. It's a time to full excitement. When I click there, we have start menu. Oh, that's so cool. And my friends, finally we completed our Windows 11 UI build. Okay, that's so cool. This word is very excited. We build Windows 11. Guys, how it's cool, that how it's excited. Okay, and my friends, in upcoming videos I am adding in there a Microsoft Auth. Okay, user can sign in, sign out by using Microsoft account. Oh, that's so cool, guys, that's so cool. It's work just like as a real-time window. Okay, that's great, guys. Like, subscribe, share this channel, and don't forget to get up the latest updates.
Game over.